Every empire is certain that its money is safe. Every government insists that its promises will last forever. But history proves them wrong every single time. From Rome to France, from the Confederacy to modern Lebanon, people woke up one morning to realize their savings were gone. Their salaries meant nothing, and the system they trusted had quietly stolen their future. Collapse is sometimes not something to be experienced. In fact, collapse is the rule. The real question is not whether systems can fall, but how you react when they do. Because what we call continuity is the most frightening illusion in the financial world. We look at our bank accounts, our national currencies, and believe these are solid foundations. But money is not that strong. Money is trust, and trust can collapse overnight. That's why history is both ruthless and instructive. Every destruction leaves us a lesson. It shows what truly preserves value and what disappears in an instant. If you look carefully, you'll notice that those who survive disasters are not the ones who trust the most, but the ones who start doubting the earliest. For example, imagine the Byzantine Empire, which managed to survive for 1,000 years, even after the fall of Rome. At the heart of its economy was the beloved gold solidus. From Europe to Asia, everyone trusted this coin. But centuries later, Byzantium made the same mistake. They began reducing the purity of gold, mixing in cheaper metals. At first, no one noticed. Then, trust collapsed. And the coin, that was once the backbone of trade, suddenly turned into a worthless pile of metal. Real value? It was not in paper promises or government lies. Those who owned real gold or land preserved their wealth. Everyone else watched their money vanish. That was the first lesson. States cannot resist the urge to debase their currency. And when they do, real value moves away from them. But collapse does not always come from the mistakes of rulers. Sometimes it comes from places they never expect. Like during the time of the Black Death, half of Europe's population died. But for those who survived, everything turned upside down. Labor became valuable, land became cheap. So, the crisis buried some people underground, while giving others the key to wealth. Just like we saw during COVID, those with liquidity bought houses, stocks, companies. Those with nothing could do nothing. History once again repeated the same pattern. Crisis rewards those who have savings and punishes those who don't. The same pattern repeated for centuries. Banks in Florence collapsed. The revolution in France destroyed money. The Civil War in America killed paper currency. And in the modern world, in Lebanon, in 2008 and 2020, people made the same mistake again. They blindly believed in the system. And history taught the same lesson every time. The money in your bank is not yours. It is only a promise given to you by an institution. And when crisis comes to the door, that promise may suddenly mean nothing. Real protection was in tangible things like gold or land. But there is also a deeper truth. Throughout history, not only wealth, but also the power to produce has carried people forward. The baker who could make bread, the farmer who could plow the land, the craftsman who could create with his own hands, they not only survived, but climbed the ladder faster. Because crises always show one thing. Money can lose its meaning, but production never does. Every collapse is a transfer, from the believers to the cautious, from paper promises to real value, and from the passive to the active. So the question is this: when everything collapses, what will you have in your hands? Paper promises or something that truly carries value?